Warren Buffett is one of America's richest and most powerful businessmen, with a net worth of $108 billion as of May 2021. He is the Forbes 6th wealthiest member. Buffett earned the nickname Oracle of Omaha for his investing decisions while living and working in Omaha, Nebraska. Berkshire Hathaway, which began as a textile manufacturer, has grown into a multi-billion-dollar holding company. Buffett has committed 85% of his assets to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, pledging to give away his entire fortune to charitable causes. These things all started in the year 1930, in which Buffett was born. Welcome to Wealthy Wisely channel. In this video, we will be sharing you how Warren Buffett started his investing journey and how he became one of the most influential people in investing world. Let's get started. Warren Edward Buffett was born in Nebraska on August 30th, 1930 to Howard and Layla Buffett. Buffett buys his first stock when he is 11 years old at a cost of $38 a share. He purchases 6 shares of City Service preferred stock, 3 for himself and 3 for his sister Doris. The stock drops to $27 but quickly recovers to $40. Warren and Doris have decided to sell their stock. It rockets to over $200 per share shortly after. In 1945, Warren earns $175 a month distributing Washington Post newspapers. Warren and a friend spent $25 for a second-hand pinball machine in their final year of high school. Warren considers the possible profit and drops it off at a neighboring barbershop. He has 3 machines in 3 separate places in a relatively short time. Later that year, the business is sold to a military veteran for $1,200. Warren made nearly $5,000 distributing newspapers in the same year. Warren resents his father's insistence that he go to college. Despite that, he enrolls as a freshman at Wharton School of Finance and Commerce in Pennsylvania the following year. Buffett is unhappy, claiming that he is smarter than the teachers. He switched to the University of Nebraska in 1949. After college, he is offered a position at J.C. Penney, but declines it. He completes college in only 3 years and earns a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. His savings account now stands at $9,800. Buffett applied to Harvard Business School in 1950 but was declined admittance. He finally enrolls at Columbia after finding that 2 well-known security experts, Ben Graham and David Dodd, are professors there. In 1951, Warren realizes that Graham is on the board of Geico Insurance. He takes the train to Washington, D.C. and knocks on the door of the company's headquarters until a janitor allows him in. He encounters Lorimer Davidson, an executive at Geico. Warren talks with him for 4 hours about his firm and insurance in general. Buffett is so enthusiastic about Geico after the conversation that the following Monday he spends 65% of his $20,000 savings into Geico shares, which turns into a large fortune. Warren currently controls 100% of Geico. Buffett is a recent graduate who wishes to work on Wall Street. Howard, his father, and Graham both advise against it. Warren offers to work for free for Ben Graham, but he declines. As a side project, he buys a textile station, but it doesn't turn out as well as he had hoped. In the meantime, he works as a stockbroker. He begins teaching investment principles as a night lecturer at University of Nebraska. Because he is only 21, the learners are twice his age. Warren comes home and begins a relationship with Susan Thompson. Ben Graham contacts Warren and offers him a position at his investment firm. Buffett's annual base salary is $12,000. Graham quits and closes his partnership in 1956. Warren's personal savings account has increased from $9,800 to more than $1,400,000. Warren establishes Buffett Associates Limited on May 1st of that year. Buffett contributes only $100, while 7 family members and friends give a total of $105,000. Over the course of the year, he establishes 2 more partnerships, bringing the total number of partnerships under his control to 3. Buffett adds 2 additional partnerships to his portfolio in 1957. He currently manages 5 investment partnerships. The third year of the partnership has ended in 1958, and Buffett has quadrupled the money. Warren meets Charlie Munger in 1959, who will go on to become the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway and a key figure in the company's success. In 1960, Warren invites one of his partners, a doctor, to seek 10 other doctors ready to invest $10,000 in his company. In the end, 11 doctors agreed to put their money into the project. Buffett invests his first $1 million in a windmill manufacturing firm in 1961, with his partnerships now valued in the millions. In 1962, Buffett and Susie come to New York for a few weeks in order to seek funds from old friends. He picks up a few companions and hundreds of thousands of dollars along his journey. The Buffett partnership has grown from $105,000 to $7.2 million in value. Warren and Susie have a personal stake in the assets worth over $1 million. Buffett combines all of his partnerships into a single company called Buffett Partnerships Limited. The activities are relocated to Kiewit Plaza, a functional but unremarkable office. The minimum investment is now $100,000, up from $25,000 before. Buffett consults Munger on Dempster, a windmill manufacturer. Munger advises Warren to buy Harry Bottle, which proves to be a wise decision. Bottle reduces costs, eliminates jobs, and generates revenue for the firm. Warren finds Berkshire Hathaway, a textile manufacturing company that is trading for less than $8 per share. He begins to purchase the stock. Buffett sold Dempster for 3 times the amount he invested in 1963. American Express shares have dropped below $35 due to fraud scandal. While the rest of the world is dumping the stock, Buffett starts buying it in large quantities. Following a personal meeting with Walt Disney, Buffett began purchasing shares in Walt Disney in 1965. He contributes $4 million, or around 5% of the company's value. The American Express shares, which Warren bought not long ago, are now worth more than double what he spent. Buffett sets up a financial coup, seizing control of Berkshire Hathaway during a board meeting, and appointing new president Ken Chance to lead the company. Warren's personal stake in the partnership hits over $6.8 million in 1966. Berkshire pays out its first and only dividend of 10 cents in 1967. His stake in the company is now worth $65 million. Warren is personally worth more than $10 million. American Express reaches more than $180 per share, resulting in a $20 million profit on a $13 million investment. In the year 1969, following his most profitable year, Buffett dissolves the partnership and distributes the assets to his partners. Berkshire Hathaway shares are among the assets distributed. Warren's personal asset is now worth $25 million. He's just 39 years old. In 1970, the Buffett partnership has been entirely dissolved. Its assets has been sold. Warren currently controls 29% of Berkshire Hathaway's outstanding shares. He appoints himself as chairman and begins composing the annual shareholder letter. Berkshire Hathaway earns $45,000 from textile operations and $4.7 million from insurance, banking, and investment. Warren's side businesses are outperforming the firm itself. In 1973, stock prices begin to fall, and Warren is happy. Berkshire Hathaway also starts buying stock in the Washington Post Company. In 1974, the value of Berkshire's stock portfolio begins to decline as a result of declining stock prices. Warren's own assets has been reduced by more than half. Susie leaves Warren to pursue a singing career, although not legally divorcing him. Warren is heartbroken. Warren meets Astrid Mengs, a Latvian-American and former cocktail waitress, in 1978. She ultimately moves in with him. Berkshire Hathaway is valued at $290 a share in 1979. Warren's net worth is estimated to be about $140 million, although he lives on a $500,000 per year income. Berkshire Hathaway starts buying ABC shares. Berkshire Hathaway's corporate stock holdings totaled $1.3 billion at the end of 1983. The stock of Berkshire Hathaway starts the year at $775 and ends at $1,310 a share. Warren is valued $620 million. For the first time, he appears on Forbes list. Buffett spent $60 million on Nebraska furniture mart. It turns out to be one of his most profitable investments to date. After years of supporting the Berkshire textile factories, Buffett eventually closes them down in 1985. He is insistent about not allowing it to extract money from stockholders. Berkshire Hathaway stock reaches $3,000 a share in 1986. The year was 1987, and Berkshire Hathaway loses 25% of its value due to the October crisis, falling from $4,230 to roughly $3,170 per share. Buffett loses $342 million on the day of the stock market collapse. Buffett began purchasing Coca-Cola shares in 1988, eventually acquiring up to 7% of the business for $1.02 billion. It becomes one of Berkshire's best investments. Berkshire's stock climbs from $4,800 to nearly $8,000 per share in 1989. Warren's net worth has risen to $3.8 billion. Susan Thompson, Buffett's wife, died in 2004 after 52 years of marriage, leaving behind 3 children. Buffett served as the director of Coca-Cola from 1989 until 2006. In addition, he serves on the boards of Citigroup Global Markets Holdings, Graham Holdings Company, and the Gillette Company. Buffett marries Astrid Mengs, his lifelong loving partner, at the age of 76. Buffett says that he would donate his entire fortune to charity, with 85% of his assets going to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. In 2010, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett teamed up to launch the Giving Pledge initiative, which aims to bring together other rich individuals to support humanitarian projects. Buffett discloses in 2012 that he has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. In July, he begins treatment, and in November, the treatment is deemed effective. Buffett begins selling part of his estimated 81 million shares of IBM stock in 2017, stating that he no longer values the business as highly as he did 6 years ago. His net remaining shares are estimated to be worth around $36 million. He boosts his holdings in Apple, making it Berkshire Hathaway's largest holding in a single company's common shares. Buffett becomes Bank of America's top shareholder after exercising some warrants, with roughly 700 million shares. The Oracle of Omaha's net worth is projected to be $84.5 billion in 2018. Warren expands Berkshire Hathaway's investment portfolio by adding JP Morgan Chase and Bank of New York Mellon. In the year 2020, Buffett addressed the subject of succession in a Berkshire Hathaway shareholder letter, stating that the company's culture will go on beyond him and Munger. In addition, Berkshire Hathaway executives Ajin Jain and Greg Abel will have increased visibility during the conference and will be available to answer questions. The same letter lays out how Warren wants his Berkshire Hathaway stock handled once he passes away. A fixed number of A shares will be changed to B shares each year, and the B shares will be handed to various foundations for immediate use. He predicts that the shares he holds will take 12 to 15 years to enter the market. In the year 2021, Munger expects that Abel will be selected Buffett's successor at the annual Berkshire Hathaway shareholder meeting on May 1st. Buffett confirmed the company vice chair, Abel, who oversees non-insurance companies, would succeed him 2 days later in an interview with CNBC. Buffett, on the other hand, stated that he has no intentions to retire anytime soon. That's all for the story of one of the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell. As always, thanks for watching.